friends, welcome back to my channel. So today, oh my goodness gracious, I am so excited for this video. We are going to do a first impressions review on the new GloWish Multidew Skin Tint by Huda Beauty, and then also her new GloWish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powders. They sent over 2 shades of the Multidew Skin Tint, 2 shades of the bronzers, and then also the 2 brushes that Huda's been using in all of her different videos to try on these products and show them launching and all of that. So I'm gonna give you all the details on all the products, show them my first impression, show them on my face, all of the above. I am a little nervous to try the skin tint, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm pumped to try the bronzers and the brushes and all of the above. So before we get started, don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. But other than that, if you're excited to hear all the tea and information on the new GloWish line from Huda Beauty, then let's go ahead and get started. I am going to tell you a little bit of information on it before I actually apply it to my face. But first I want to say thank you so much to Huda Beauty and her team for sending these over for me to try. I got this all sent to me in PR. I did not purchase it, but I just want to be transparent, let you guys know that. But I cannot wait to try this out. So the first thing that they launched is their new Multidew Skin Tint. Skin tints are like all the rage right now. I feel like every single brand, high-end, drugstore, it doesn't matter, they're all releasing like brand new skin tints and all that, and I am not really here for it because I'm not a light coverage kind of gal, but I know a lot of people love that type of like product and coverage. So it says meet the Multidew Skin Tint. It is a light coverage tinted moisturizer packed with skin loving and protecting ingredients that leave your complexion with glowy, healthy, dewy skin. I do like glowy, healthy, dewy skin. I just don't like light coverage. So what it does, blends seamlessly into skin for an instantly smooth, dewy finish with light coverage, long wear, waterproof, sweat-proof, and fragrance-free. Love that Huda is now coming out with fragrance-free products. It defends against digital light rays, which cause free radical damage, skin aging, and stress. The key features is it has Damascus rose oil. I know rose oil is supposed to be really, really good for your skin. It says to help soothe, nourish, and moisturize the skin. Squalene or squalene, I don't know how to pronounce it, to help lock in and maintain skin moisture. Again, I know that squalene is a really good ingredient. Red bell pepper extract. Interesting. To help protect against the effects of digital pollution light rays, and it has responsibly sourced mica to give the radiant pearlescent glow. A couple other like key features I want to note. It has GloWish clean, naturally derived ingredients. The packaging is made with post-consumer recycled material. I love that they're doing that they're like making their packaging out of like recycled products and then you can then turn around and recycle it back. I love that. It is vegan friendly, not tested on animals. So this comes in, I think it comes in 13 different shades. And if you can tell by the carton, it has a pretty good array of shades from like light to deep. They sent over Fair 01 and then also Fair Light 02. So it comes in this little unicarton. I think that is so cute. I'm gonna open in the Fair 01 because that's the one I'm going to be using. So it comes like this, and it comes like in a little squeezy tube, which I think is really cute. I actually really like this packaging. Just that it comes in with a little pump like that. It says it's made in Italy, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so that was all the information I have on the skin tint. Now, she came out with bronzers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit more excited for the bronzers than the skin tint just because, again, I'm not like a light coverage kind of gal. But they also released bronzers, and they sent over Light 01 and the Medium 02. So these are, it says, meet the Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder, a velvety and radiant skin blurring powder bronzer that gives a natural sun-kissed skin finish. Skin finish. Wow, okay. What it does, unique baking technology for a smooth, creamy-like texture, long-wearing and fragrance-free, defends against digital light rays, which cause free radical damage, skin aging, and stress, velvety finish with a blurring effect, and it comes in 5 shades to bronze all skin tones, it says. Again, it has all the same claims, like not tested on animals, vegan, naturally derived ingredients, all of that. And it has all the same, oh no it doesn't, I'm sorry, it has the Damascus rose oil, the red bell pepper extract, also shea butter, rich in fatty acids to soothe and soften the skin, and then vitamin E to moisturize and protect the skin from free radical damage. So again, here is the shade range of that. Seems to be a pretty good shade range as well. I'm gonna go ahead and open light 1 because that's gonna be the one that I'm going to show you guys in action today. I actually really like this component. It reminds me, I don't have her like cream bronzer, but it reminds me of her cream bronzer packaging. And then obviously the cream bronzer has like a twist top, it comes off, and this just opens up like this. But I like this like sleek thin packaging. I think it's really nice. It is It is fragrance free, just like the skin tint. And yeah, I am so excited to try this out. And then lastly, they sent over 2 brushes as well. This one is their Face for All Over Bronzer. So this is going to be the brush that I use for my bronzer. This is interesting. It's just a very like small, thin, like densely, well, it's not like super densely packed, but it's just very thin. But I guess maybe that's a good thing, because then you can use it like this to like put the bronzer on and then flip it to like diffuse it, if that makes sense. And then the other brush they sent is their Face Airbrush Finish. This is their complexion brush. And this is the brush that I have seen Huda applying all of the skin tints with on her channel and her Instagram stories and all of that. So she just like puts the tiniest little pea amount and then just like brushes it down on her face. And I'm excited because these feel like super soft. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna try the fair shade on my skin. They also sent Fair Light. Let me show you that. So I'll swatch these for you. Okay, so here is Fair, and then this is Fair Light. So there's definitely a pretty big jump between the two of them. I'm pretty sure this is the lightest, and then this would be the second lightest, 0102. So there's a pretty big jump between them, but I think that that's fine. Honestly, this might be good for me in the summertime when I'm a little more tan, or I can always mix the two of them together, but I am just gonna go in with Fair today because that looks like it will match me the best. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I just am really nervous to try this one because, like I said, I'm not a light coverage kind of gal. And also my friend Dwani, she was talking about this on her Instagram stories yesterday my time, a few days ago your time, and she just said that they were, this was just very glowy, like almost highlighty on her face, and she didn't love it. Now, obviously I know that that is her opinion and I could be different, but we shall see. I'm just a little more nervous to try this out than the bronzers. I'm not gonna lie. I will have Dwani's Instagram account linked down below for you to check out. She's awesome, so definitely go check her out. Before I apply this on my face though, I am gonna go in with some concealer because it is light coverage, and like I said, I don't like that. And I just have a lot of things I want to cover up. So I am just going to spot conceal my main issues that I have, the areas that have like the most redness. I like had these beauties pop up the last like day, so that's cool. I know that this isn't, maybe like some of you may not want me to do this because then I'm not showing like the actual coverage of it, but if I'm gonna give this a fair shot and actually like tell you my thoughts of the product, I have to do this. I just know if I put it on and it doesn't cover any of this up, I'm not going to like it, you know what I mean? I did not put a primer on, if you noticed. I actually, I don't know what kind of primer I would use with this, so I'm just gonna try it out on its own without a primer. Okay, also, I'm going to use the brush that they sent, the Face Airbrush Finish, but I am gonna go ahead and spritz it with a little of the Cinema Secrets, like makeup brush cleaner, because I haven't cleaned these yet. I literally just got them yesterday, and I don't wanna use a brush I haven't cleaned. When Huda is applying this on like her stories and stuff that I've seen, she uses like the tiniest amount, So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pump out like a little tiny bit on my cheek. I guess like that. That was about like half, almost a full pump. And I'm just gonna do what I've seen Huda do and just like brush it down my face. So when they say light coverage, wow, they mean light coverage. It is really emphasizing my pores, and it's very, very glowy, like very glowy, if you can tell. Okay, I'm going to, I don't love this brush. I'm not a brush kind of gal though, so that makes sense. Like I hardly ever apply anything with a brush. What do you guys think? I think it's very, very glowy, like very glowy. Yeah, okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to do another pump, and I'm going to pump it, or I'm sorry, blend it in with my hands and see what that looks like. So this is why I don't like doing anything with my hands. Like, do you see how streaky it is? I haven't seen Huda apply it with her fingers. I think that that's why she, you know, suggests using this brush. Okay, if I'm like patting it out, that helps a little bit. I'm gonna use a sponge on my forehead. Let's just try all three, right? Let's try all three, why not? Let's put a little bit more on my forehead, and I'm going to blend it out with my sponge, because that's how I would normally apply any sort of complexion product. Okay, so here is it with a brush. And then my fingers. And then a sponge. I knew. I like knew that this probably wasn't going to be a product that I like immediately fell head over heels in love with, just because it is so light coverage. And I, you know, saw on Huda's stories that it was light coverage. Like when she was applying it, I could tell it was light coverage. I'm still very grateful it got sent to me. I don't want that to seem like I'm ungrateful, because like this isn't necessarily a product that I would gravitate towards. I'm still very grateful for Huda for sending this my way to try for you guys. But here's my thoughts. It is very, very glowy. Like when it says that it's going to give you a dewy finish, it's dewy. It's not insanely tacky. I mean, it is tacky. I would definitely want to set this if I was using this as like a foundation product. I think if you had beautiful, perfect skin and you didn't have any sort of redness you wanted to cover, and you didn't have any sort of acne or acne scars you wanted to cover. I mean, I literally have active acne right there, and then scars and redness, scars. I think if you don't have really any of those things, or if you do have them and you don't want to cover them up and you don't care, not that you don't care, but you don't mind that they show through, then I think you might like this. If you are dry, it does give you a very natural glowy finish for sure. I think it's a little too glowy for my personal preference. Like I don't think I would ever like wear this out and not set it and not do anything with it, especially since by the end of the day, my natural oils would peek through in my T-zone and I would look even oilier. It would just be maybe too much by the end of the day. However, I think this combined into foundation would be absolutely stunning. And actually on here it says how to use it: wear alone for an all over healthy glow, apply to the center of the face and blend outwards, or add to your favorite foundation to boost luminosity. So I think that that would really be the only way that I would ever use this. Even if I was like going to the beach or something like that, the pool, and didn't really want a ton of coverage, I still wouldn't apply this. Like at that point, I just wouldn't wear any makeup. Like I'm the type of person, I'm either not gonna wear any makeup, or I'm going to wear, like you're gonna know I have makeup on. I'm gonna put on my full coverage foundation concealer that I love, you know what I mean? But again, I'm just like not a skin tint type of gal. So take this with a grain of salt. I mean, this is it on my skin completely by itself, no primer, no powder, anything like that. I don't think it's terrible. Like I don't think my skin looks like ugly or bad or like, you know what I mean? But it is emphasizing my pores, probably because it is so like shiny and dewy. And it didn't cover anything. I mean, it's like when it says light coverage, it means light coverage. And I'm not going to put another layer on to try to layer it up to see if it would layer more coverage. A, it doesn't say it's a buildable formula. And B, I feel like all it would do is just layer up the shininess of it and like the dewiness of it. You know what I mean? So this mixed in, I'm sure would be stunning. Or another thing she says on here is to tie that on like the high points of your cheek as more of a highlight. I think it'd be stunning as that as well. Or maybe as a primer. It doesn't say to use it as a primer, but that could work. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna mix this in with the foundation. Let's see what that looks like. So what I'm gonna do is mix it in with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. I love this foundation. I know I love this foundation. So I'm going to get a pump of this, and then I'm going to do a pump of the Huda, and we're gonna mix them together. And I'm already looking glowy because I have a layer of the Huda on under it, but we're gonna mix these together and apply that and see how that looks. Because I feel like the foundation will give me the coverage I want, and then the Huda will give me like that extra added pretty glow. So let's do this and see what happens. Maybe I should have picked a more mattifying foundation to show you the glow, because I feel like the ColourPop one already has like a little bit of a glow to it, but I already applied it. So this is what it's looking like. It's looking very pretty. I mean, it definitely has more coverage, which I wanted. So it's covering up like my redness, more of my acne scars. I know I already had concealer on it, but still. But it is giving like a very beautiful glow to the skin. So yeah, this would definitely be the way that I would use this product, is mix it in with a foundation. Did I need another product like that? Probably not. I already have like a Becca one I do that with, my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, no, not Airbrush Flawless, what's it called? Hollywood Flawless Filter, that's what it's called. These actually like really, really remind me of each other. Let me swatch them together. So here we have the Huda and then here we have the Charlotte Tilbury. So as you can tell, the Huda has a little bit more coverage, but if you are already someone who likes to apply this, I know people like to use this as like a base or a foundation under their foundation, if that makes sense. I think these are very similar and I feel like they give a very similar effect on the skin. Or if you have Glow Lust from Sam Ravindal's line, I feel like they are probably a really similar product. I do not own that product, but yeah, that's my thoughts on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some concealer and I am going to powder my face because I can't not powder this. Like, it's so glowy. It's too much. I am going to put concealer and powder on. I will come back and then we will try the bronzer out. So for concealer, I used my Pretty Fresh concealer and then I stuck with the Huda theme and lightly set my face with like a light layer of this. Now for the bronzer, this is like the thing I'm really excited to try. So they sent over Light 101 and they also sent over 02 Medium. So honestly, they look pretty similar. I'm not gonna lie, let me swatch them for you guys. So here we have light and here we have medium. So you definitely can't tell, there is a slight difference in them. Like you can tell this one is a tad bit darker. Honestly, I definitely could get away with using either one. But I am gonna still try out light today just because I am. So but off camera, I went ahead and sprayed this down with the Cinema Secrets cleaner. Not that you guys probably care, but I just wanted to let you know. Yeah, so let me see if there's any tips on how to use. Swirl a bronzer brush onto the powder and sweep across the face to add a warmth for the sun-kissed and health glow. Okay, so like how you would use any other bronzer. So I'm just going to swirl a little bit. There's a tiny bit of kick up. I'm gonna tap off the excess. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's pretty. It's pulling a little more red on camera than it is in person. Let's do this side. I see her in her like Instagram videos just like sweeping. So that's what I'm trying to do. I feel like it's pulling out my foundation a little bit. I don't know how I feel about these brushes. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my normal brushes that I love. So I'm gonna pull my stipple brush. This is the F9 from ColourPop. You can't get these anymore. I don't know why. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on there and then like buff like I normally do. And then get my bigger F14 and diffuse. Okay, that is pretty. It's definitely very warm on the skin. I don't love a super warm bronzer, but this looks good. It doesn't look like too warm, if that makes sense. Like sometimes they can pull too red and then it just doesn't like look good on the skin. I don't think this is pulling too red at all. I think this is going to be a really nice, like especially in the summer when I have a little bit of tan going on or I want to just look a little bit more sun-kissed and glowy. I think this is going to be a good bronzer for that. Yeah, okay, I like this. I think this is really pretty. It's not getting patchy at all. The brush I feel like was lifting up a little bit of my foundation, but when I flipped these brushes, it's a lot better. But I love these brushes. I always use them to bronze, so it's like what I know. Yeah, this is pretty. It gives a little tiny bit of like sheen and glow, which I like. I like that in a bronzer. These are really impressing me. I definitely thought that I would like the bronzers more than the skin tints, and so far that is true. I am going to try to contour my nose, or not contour my nose, but do a little well, I guess nose contour with this just to see what it looks like. Okay, not bad. I thought it was gonna be a little like maybe too warm to do that with, but no, it looks good. Yeah, okay. I definitely love the bronzer. Like this is really beautiful in the skin. This is definitely my favorite of the two products so far. I'm now going to go do blush, highlight, lips, and I will come back with all my makeup done and tell you my final thoughts. So be right back. Okay, so here's the finished look. If you are curious about anything else that I have on my face that I didn't tell you I applied, I will have all of it linked down below for you to check out in case you are curious. So I'll just like run down through everything really quickly. I know I've been talking about it at length during the video. The brushes, I don't recommend. I don't love them. I'm not in a complexion brush kind of gal. And then this one was like lifting my foundation with the bronzer and everything. So they're soft, they're nice. I'm gonna keep like trying them with different products for their intended use and the intended products they sent them with. I didn't love it. Okay, the Multidew, I pretty much just said everything that I want to say about it. I think if you have perfect skin, you have nothing to cover or you don't care to cover anything, I think these are nice. It is very, very light coverage. Like when it says light coverage, it means light coverage. It's very glowy and very dewy. So that's kind of up to you and your preference and what kind of complexion products you like to use. As a liquid highlighter, I think it'd be stunning. And I really like it mixed in with my foundation. That is definitely gonna be the way that I use this product wholeheartedly. Like I don't think I will ever just use this on its own, unless by some miracle, my face decides to clear up and never have acne again and all my acne scars and redness goes away. I don't think that'll ever happen. So until that day, I'm just gonna use this mixed in with foundations. I love it for that reason. So yeah, I will try to remember to put in the description box below how it wore the rest of the day, because I know how the Pretty Fresh foundation wears on me. I know I love this. So if it acts up, breaks up more than usual, gets more oily than usual, I'll know it's this. So I'll try to remember to leave a comment or pinned comment or something in the description box to let you guys know how it wore. As far as the bronzers, I'm really, really impressed. Obviously, I only tried the light one, but I think it's beautiful on the skin. I think it blended out very, very nicely. It didn't get patchy at all. It gives a nice sheen to my skin. I looked healthy and sun-kissed and glowy. I've not seen the sun in months, so I am not healthy, sun-kissed, and glowy, but it looks like I am with this product. So out of all the 3 things that were launched in this upcoming launch, I definitely think the bronzers are the way to go. I don't have prices for you guys. I'm sorry. Again, I will leave in the description box all the prices. I know I don't think this launches until June 1st, so it's not, I'm gonna try to get the video up before this. So they're not launched yet, but I'm sure they'll be on Huda's website and Sephora. So I will try to leave down all the information of when it launches, prices, and all that, again, in the description box. I tried to combine box below. So yeah, I hope this was enjoyable for you to watch. I hope this was helpful in case you were, had your eye on this new line. I think it's super exciting that Huda Beauty is deciding to go this route. They have always been the insane, full coverage, almost kind of cake face kind of line, which is definitely not for everyone, especially now. Like healthy, glowy, not very coverage skin is very in right now. So I think that this is very on trend. And I think it's cool that they kind of came out with this sort of like sub brand, I guess, because I think this is like GloWish. It says GloWish by Huda Beauty, so it's not Huda Beauty, it's GloWish, if that makes sense. So I think it's kind of like a sub brand. So I think that's cool. I think that's awesome. I think it's cool that you can get full coverage, amazing products, or this light skin tint. So it's a very versatile brand now, which I think is cool. I said that 5 times. But anyways, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this review was nice and it helped give you an idea of these products, what they look like on my skin and how they performed on me and my preferences. Let me know down below if you're planning on picking anything up from this launch. I would love to know your thoughts below. Other than that, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.